Or hype. Tell them what's up, Kyle.
Hey everyone, it's been a while. Happy to be back streaming and chatting some Game of Thrones. Obviously, you guys know how much I love streaming. Unfortunately, you guys know I can't do that right now. So Rayz was nice enough to invite me onto his channel, and then next week we'll be on Gemma's channel. But yeah, I'm excited to chat some Game of Thrones. Let's hang out and let's have a good time.
Yeah, man. I mean, everybody knows that our channels have been basically through a lot recently. It's a lot of crazy, crazy. Wait, let me see this. I see people are saying no sound. Um, I don't know. Let me know, guys, if you hear me, because I see some people are saying no sound. My mic is coming up here, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys hear me or not. Uh, yeah, but like I was saying, me and Kyle have gone through hell a lot this last couple of 2 weeks, and it has been extremely, extremely crazy and a weird situation, an unfair situation. And like I really wanted to have Kyle on the channel because, I wanted to have him. He has to be in the community. He's one of the huge guys in the community. He's a good guy. So as long as Kyle ever wants to come on my channel, he could use my channel. It's here for him, whatever. And I'm just really glad that you were able to join me today, Kyle. So again, thanks again, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It is really shitty. I'm still fighting every day to get this stupid bullshit resolved. Pardon my language. I won't drop any more swears.
No, I'm good with
but
it. I'm Gucci.
but you guys know, I will. I just needed to take some time to myself. It's been really, really difficult for me not be able to do the stuff that I enjoy so much, and I needed a little bit of time away because I was pretty stressed out. But officially, I'm back tonight. Then Monday to next week, I got 7 videos in 7 days for you guys. So get excited! I'm excited to deliver some news and some epic theories and whatnot. So
I mean, I for one am used to having Kyle and out here in this world pushing stuff out, man. So like I said, I'm glad that you joined me. It is going to be an awesome conversation. We're just gonna have fun with today, and this is basically the first live stream for me since like the season ending. So it should be fun. And Amelia will be joining us a little bit later. We had some technical difficulties, and that's why we kind of started a little bit later. But Amelia will join us a little bit later on. But man, where to start off? We have so much news, and we have so much to talk about. So I thought that it would be cool to start off with the news that came out this week. That it was said by Casey Bloys, one of the executives at HBO, that we were going to possibly have multiple endings recorded or filmed, so that to avoid spoilers and leaks of the ending and whatnot. I wanted to know, Kyle, Azora Hype, what do you think about this news? Do you believe it? Don't you buy into it? Let everyone know what are your thoughts on this, because I have
spend
my
as much
thoughts on
money
it.
HBO on this as possible. The ending, we know that there's going to be people that are going to cover the leaks. That's, I mean, if there is leaks like last season, I'm hoping that there won't be. But if there is a situation like last season, man, we need to make sure that the scripts and what they're filming, there needs to be alternate possibilities to what's going on, because the plot leaks for this season, they nailed it like 90% straight on. So I'm all for this 100%. I think it's actually smart. They have a lot of money. It's the last season of Game of Thrones, the original series, before they start doing prequels. I think they absolutely need to do this race. It's a really smart move. And for me, season 8 is the holy grail of the story. And I think we're gonna see some of the great captivating storytelling that we saw in season 1 is going to be, yeah, it's going to be, they're going to try to achieve this amazing ending, but at the same time, I think a lot of stress is going to be relieved knowing that there's nothing after season 8, and then they'll be actually able to freely express the vision that they have for season 8. So I think I'm really excited. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of time before we get that, but you know, yeah, I'm absolutely all for them filming multiple endings because people are going to try to spoil it for us.
I mean, this season was way out of control. Like, it was so out of hand. It was ridiculous. And us as like the YouTube community of Game of Thrones, I feel that it's like we accept spoilers, but I mean, like last season, it was the whole season, dialogue and everything was just leaked. Like it was like out there in the world, and I couldn't believe it. Like that's like why as soon as I heard like these plot leaks for season 8, these season 8 plot leaks, I knew that they were fake, or I expect them to be fake. Like I believe that there's certain things, like I said on Mark's channel, and I was even speaking with George. I believe that certain things might be true because they have to happen. I believe, but I don't necessarily believe that they are. Like I don't believe that that's what's gonna happen 100% concrete.
I haven't checked them out. I mean, I heard brief things about them, like somebody bounced an idea off me, and I'm like, listen, don't come to me like that and say that this is this, okay? Like you guys know, like you know how I feel about it. But I said I'm not going to use this anymore because I some people get upset when I say it, but it's fake news, all right?
Oh my god. I believe that certain episodes will certain things in there will happen. Like there's certain things that just have to happen. Like you know what I mean? One example of something that is gonna happen. Jon Snow said it in the first episode of this season. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm not gonna go into it, but Jon Snow said these castles are closer to this, but then like that plot leak, and I got to say that plot leak. It was like one moment they're in Eastwatch, next moment they're at Castle Black, and it's like the same battle. I'm like, those castles aren't next to each other. Like what the hell? Like whoever wrote it was really bad. But again, I do hope that they do film multiple endings because we might get them in the end scene and like in a Blu-ray or something. Could you imagine? You get like multiple endings to a show that possibly killed off one of your favorite characters. Like, what better ending to that? Like to me, I would pay $100 to see multiple endings of Game of Thrones. Just like 3 endings, I would pay $100 to see 3 different endings, and then I'm able to choose which ending I buy.
Choose your own adventure, man. Remember those books back in the day where you were like, okay, you like, and then you'd go to like certain chapters, but like certain chapters you couldn't access because I don't know, man. Those books are crazy. Here's the thing: a lot of people, the books and the show are so different. Obviously, visual foreshadowing is different, and the way George writes red herrings is different in the books, and the way we see POV characters is different, and the way they express themselves is different. It's different, but I do think that the Song of Ice and Fire, Dan and Dave, whether you respect them or not, they are going to. I think it's going to be the same ending. I think some people listen. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Daenerys is going to die and Jon's going to live on. That's my prediction. Because Jon's been wanting to sacrifice himself the whole time. That's the obvious thing, The thing that's going to happen is their destinies are going to kind of switch. Oh, Daenerys is going to kill herself for the Night King. Jon's going to become king, of something. Daenerys has always wanted to become queen. Jon's always wanted to fight the White Walkers. That's how it's going to go. You guys think it's fake news or not, but I think it's going the same way in the books. And I think I think the same core people will be alive in the books as in the show, with minor, maybe like 1 or 2 extra dead people in the show, maybe. I don't know, but I'm saying people are crazy, man. We're gonna get the same ending in the show. I believe it.
I mean, like my thing, my mindset on it all is, if you look at the way that George R.R. Martin and D&D have gone, I think that since George R.R. Martin hasn't finished the books, he has set advantages.
He may never finish them.
I mean, yeah, at this rate, but I mean, he has an advantage that he could be like, oh look, this didn't work on the TV show. This shouldn't be how it should go in the books. Like that, he knows how people will react to certain things if they happen or don't happen in the TV show and in the books. So I think that he could be like, oh, that trap that the Night King set for Daenerys, it was stupid. Nobody understood it. Oh, I could make that better, or that doesn't even happen in the books. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, that's the producers. They went rogue. Like, you know what I mean? He has that as an advantage. I truly believe that the endings will be different. We will get the end result. Like, we will have the same person ruling at the end, but I think that we'll get there differently. Like, it'll be like a different
Yeah,
story.
absolutely. Oh, we've already got there differently.
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry, I mean, look at Marine. I mean, in the books, the Marine plot line is shit, everyone. I'm sorry. The Myronese knot sucks.
It got out of hand.
Anybody that thinks Daenerys' chapters are entertaining, they're not. It's whatever. But hey, some of the changes in the show I actually like over some of the things in the book, and some of the things in the show that aren't adapted from the books I don't like as much. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have both of those things, like the fight between Brienne and Sandor. Do we get that in the books? No, but we got that in the show. Is Arya and Sansa gonna kill Littlefinger? I think Lady Stoneheart's gonna kill him in the books. Things like that are gonna change. You know what I mean? I mean, Sansa didn't marry. I mean, she could marry Arya the heir from the Vale. You know, I mean, that could happen. You know what I'm saying? So all these different things are probably gonna happen in the books. George has 2 massive novels that he still has to release. Hopefully, George. Hopefully, you hear me knock on wood there. But you know. Yeah, things are going to be like the pathway will be different. Just like the Lord of the Rings movies, there's things that are changed. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's funny because you did say that you believe Jon will be king at the end. You think he's going to rule, and Daenerys is going to die, so they're going to switch. I think that they are going to live up 100% to who they are. That's the bittersweetness of it all, right? Jon always wanted to be the hero, and yes, he will get to be the hero, but he'll die. Daenerys even pointed it out. Heroes do stupid things. I think that it's extremely fitting, especially him. Remember, in the books, who does he idolize? He idolizes Aemon the Dragon Knight and like these people who sacrifice themselves and like are crazy. I think that Jon 100% will die, and I think that Daenerys will get the throne. But then she will realize that she would have preferred Jon over the throne, and that'll be her bitter sweetness of it all. I think that when they realized that what they wanted, at the beginning of the story they wanted something, and when they get to achieve that what they wanted at the beginning, they're gonna end up wanting something else, and that's gonna be the bittersweetness of it all. I think, you know what I mean? I think that's what's gonna be like the switcheroo. I don't think that it's gonna be like, oh.
Well, here's why I think differently. Here's why I think differently. It's 100% obvious that Jon is willing to sacrifice himself. He's been willing to sacrifice himself. Like, he's done it for the past how many seasons? You know what I'm saying? Jon has done this, right? So I think the thing is this. It all relates back to the scene with Davos and Jon, where Jon didn't want Daenerys to know that he got resurrected and stabbed in the heart by the Night's Watch. Daenerys inquired about this a couple times. Then she finally found out when Jon, when was in the bed recovering after he had fell in the lake and Viserion had died and all of that, right? And then she finally saw the scars. The thing is, man, I'm going to ask everyone this question plus you, Rayz. I'm going to ask you this question.
All right. Let's see.
If it came down to it, if Daenerys knew that the only way they could defeat the Night King is for her to die, would she do it? If it meant to save the realm?
Of course.
Then it's going to happen. Because of the Azor Ahai Nissa story, I'm not saying it's going to happen exactly like that. But what I'm saying is this. Do you think if they defeat the Night King, that the realm will change, that the wheel will be broken? I mean, they will have to inspire democratic change, right? I mean, look at like all the fighting. I mean, they all went to the Dragon Pit to try to achieve this togetherness, essentially. Cersei is not on that page, but Jaime Lannister is in the north. He's going to meet with Bran. Bran's going to forgive him. Bran wouldn't have got his powers without Jaime pushing him out the window. So here's what's going to happen, man. Daenerys it's going to be bittersweet because Jon, it's what Maester Aemon said. Duty is the death of love. Love is the death of duty. Jon doesn't want to be king. He said that. Daenerys doesn't want to die. She wants the throne. That's the Song of Ice and Fire, man, for them anyways. It sucks because who would want that? I mean, John's gonna experience true love for the second time and not be able to have that. He's gonna be what, king? He doesn't care about that. He'd rather have the love than to be king. Look at what Benjen told him. Same kind of conversation. You don't know what you would be missing. He is gonna know what he's gonna be missing because she's gonna die. But that's gonna be the bittersweet ending. That's the thing, though. John has always been melancholic in his character.
All right. So, question.
I haven't checked the chat. I'm sure there's some fake news emojis.
No. But I mean, so question for you then, and question for everyone in the chat. Over this season, we've been hit over the head continuously about Daenerys having and Jon Snow having children. Like, it's like they're telling us they're gonna have a kid in season 8. So you're basically saying that they will not have a offspring.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the alternate theory. In George's original outline, he had 6 characters possibly surviving, 5 for sure. It was Bran, Tyrion, Jon, Daenerys, and Arya. That's 5, with possibility of Sansa. I think Sansa survives 100% now. Wouldn't it be crazy if it happens again? The Rhaegar and Lyanna situation happens again. Tyrion talked about Daenerys, the vision she wants probably won't be achieved in her lifetime. However, we may see a flash forward. Jon and Daenerys' child could be perhaps groomed by someone like Davos, or like a Samwell, or someone like that, like a Tyrion maybe even, because he's the one who even said that. But I'm saying, though, what if Jon and Daenerys both die? That's crazy. I don't think it's going to happen, but there's a possibility that actually happens now. Like George's original outline, man, I don't know, man. Like, I'm like 50-50 on them both dying, but I think Daenerys dies 100%. I'm kind of sold on that now.
To me, it's like Daenerys is the obvious person to die. Like, to me, Daenerys is...
Jon is the obvious person to die.
What? Are you kidding me? Everybody in the chat. Dude. Wait, we need in the chat. Who to you guys, and we're gonna read it out. Who in the chat thinks that Jon Snow or Daenerys, which one do you think is more obvious that they're going to die? Who do you think is like
Jon's the one who's more willing to sacrifice himself against the Night King, man. He's willing to fight the Night King one-on-one. Who else has done that? He's the most... the Night King is a god.
He's impulsive. Yes, he's impulsive, but so is Daenerys. She said that Jon was an idiot, basically, you know, they're stupid for going after death, whatever, but she did the same thing after Jon. It's basically the same thing that Jon did for Rickon, right? It's like they go in and they don't think about what's going to happen. It's like the consequences. I think that it's very possible. Let's see. They're already putting in the chat. Let's see.
Jon has to earn his death.
Justin Thomas show says Danny. Karen says Danny. William says both. Jon is the obvious person to die, says Jim.
Wow. A lot of people are saying both.
I know. Maria says both will live.
Gilly and I raised the kid. Gilly and Sam raised the kid. Wow.
I mean, Michael Smith says Daenerys in childbirth. I think that childbirth would be like too obvious because all these women die giving birth. It's like telegraphed, no?
John's like Justin says, willingness to die doesn't constitute death, and characters don't ever get what they want. Jon, yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Jon Snow has been willing to sacrifice himself at any period to make sure that the realm is good.
Did you see Tina? Tina says she wanted Dany to go since season 1. I don't see Daenerys as one of those dislikable characters like that. Like, don't get me wrong, she could be annoying when she's like pouting and and she wants what she wants, whatever. But I don't see her. Everybody knows I see Sansa as annoying as fuck. Like I could go on a Sansa tirade.
I actually think that Sansa would be less like Kat because of what she experienced with Cersei and all them. I actually think she would be a good teacher to Jon and Daenerys' kid. Imagine everything that Jon has done for her lately. Okay, check this out. Jon won the Battle of the Bastards. Let her kill Ramsay. Okay. Then she straight up in public, in front of the whole North, defied him. And he's like, I'm putting you in charge in the North. Sansa would do anything to if John died to ensure his legacy, man. It would be like, trust me on this one. She would do anything. She would do anything, man. I'm telling you guys are overthinking the Sansa thing, man. Sansa is changed, man. I mean, and look at what Arya and Sansa did to Littlefinger, man. Sansa is safe at home. She cares about that so much, man. Remember how she only used to care about the South and all of the tidings and the things that were down there? She doesn't care about that anymore. Same thing with Jon. Jon doesn't care about the throne or any of that. He cares about the realm. People are finally reaching the point of where they've discovered their destinies. You know what I mean? What it might not stay the same. I'm not saying that it will always be like that, but I'm just saying, man, if it came down to it, I think that Sansa would take care of Jon's kid.
I mean, I think she would take care of him too, because the kid has power. The kid has control over this kingdom. Like, it's the heir to the 7 kingdoms, isn't it?
And yeah, and she could teach that kid all of the shit she learned, because that shit's not gonna stop, man.
But that's the thing though. Like, you would want Daenerys and Jon's child to be groomed to rule, but you would want them to be groomed the right way by the right person.
Tyrion.
Yeah, but even Tyrion would be like.
Tyrion has given solid advice, like 90% of the time, man. Yeah, he's been impulsive a few times, man. But when it comes down to it, what does it really come down to? Your heart being in the right place, and Tyrion's heart is in the right place, man. When it comes down to it. Now, some people have a theory that Tyrion and Cersei struck a deal privately. I don't think that happened at all. No friggin' way.
I was like, we were going to talk about Tyrion, but let's just talk about it now. I mean, I have it on here on the list. But Tyrion, this look that Tyrion gives when Dany and Jon are having that, that dirty, I truly believe that while you said his heart might be in the right place, I truly believe that Tyrion does not want, like, I believe that Tyrion's emotions towards his family, and people say that he doesn't love his family. Yes, he does. He loves Cersei. He still cares about Cersei. He even said it himself that he's dreamt about killing her, but yet he doesn't allow Daenerys to do it. Like, Daenerys could fly to the Red Keep and get things done, but yet he doesn't allow it. You know what I mean? And I believe that at the end of the day, that is going to be Daenerys' downfall. Cersei will, like, if Daenerys dies or Daenerys loses anything, I think it will be because of Cersei, and that will come from Tyrion, in my opinion. That's the way I view it.
The reason he had that look is because he knows that most partnerships have ended in tragedy. Look at the one that survived, Jamie and Cersei. That's not true love, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think Cersei loves Jamie as much as Jamie loves Cersei. Do you think so?
I mean, I think that they love each other because they're brother and sister. You know what I mean? It's odd to put
but Jamie loves her. You think Cersei loves Jamie like that? I don't think so.
I think she loves herself more than, and her whole thing, especially in the books, is like she loves how they are basically the same person. They were born together, so it's like I think that she just sees him as an extension of herself, and that's why she like impresses on him. Why the hell do I look orange? This shirt is red, and I look orange.
Hey, Gemma looks purple in live streams. You can be orange, man.
I think it's.
I mean, I'm Casper, so I'm white. So.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I think it is.
Sorry, I was making fun of myself there.
But that's what I think it is. I think that she sees part of herself in Jamie, and she loves herself more than she loves Jamie. So that's just the way I view it. But I do think that Tyrion not allowing Daenerys to kill Cersei in the Red Keep right away or in the Dragon Pit will be the downfall of Daenerys. Like, because the whole Golden Company thing, that's gonna be really bad when the Golden Company comes into play. I didn't think they were gonna get to Westeros, but that's going to be extremely bad in my opinion.
I mean, we got to remember that the Golden Company, they've always had this issue of succession, because when Aegon legitimized his bastards, was it 4 or 5 bastards? There was always the Blackfire rebellions. You know what I mean? There was always that problem. But do you think that? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think that they're going to survive that long, man. I don't know, dude. Here's what I think is actually going to happen. I think that Do you think that Cersei could be the end game? I mean, do you think the Night King could be defeated by like episode 5 or something, and that the last 2 episodes is like Iron Throne shit? I don't know, man, because there's going to be a battle on 2 fronts, man. Because Euron is still a problem, Cersei is still around. Most people thought that that wasn't going to be an issue, that these people would be eliminated. That was just going to be the White Walkers versus the dragons. But we don't. I mean, that's not the thing. There's this obvious problem still in King's Landing, which has to be dealt with. Obviously, there needs to be democratic change. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I'm just saying that it's there. This needs to be resolved by the end of the story. At least the dream of spring, the idea of it changing. You know what I mean?
Like to me, it's always I have like this theory and these thoughts on A Dream of Spring and A Time for Wolves, because it's very interesting that he changed from that book title to the other. Like, so it to me it just gives you like this impression that like the Starks are gonna be on top by the end of the story. Like they might be the ones, leading the reform or the change that, we're all expecting in the world. But I mean, when you look at the Starks, Arya to me isn't a character that's gonna change anything. Arya is crazy. She's batshit crazy. Like,
Dude, she may leave Westeros completely, man.
no,
She
I
may
believe that's
leave-
what's gonna happen with her. I think she's gonna leave Westeros overall because she's just crazy. Like, she's nuts.
She's gonna be like Nymeria and the 10,000 ships, man. She's gonna go like in Lord of the Rings when Bilbo finally sells off with Gandalf at the end, the Return of the King. It's gonna be like Arya's gonna have that kind of type of thing. Yeah, it'll be bittersweet because she's leaving her family, but you got to remember that each one of the Starks is so different. But I think that what has to happen is that Jon is going to be the last male heir for Targaryen and Stark. I think the reason why he survives the whole series is because he's going to have this choice at the end to become Stark or Targaryen. He's going to keep the Stark name because of Ned. Ned was his real father, in my opinion. His name is Aegon Targaryen, but he will. The conversation he had with Theon is very important. Obviously, hey, Theon, Ned will always be a part of you, no matter what you say. It's just like Rayz. We met on YouTube 30 years from now. I will always remember that we were friends, regardless of where we are. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, but this is more specifically. Ned was really Theon's father as well. Balon wasn't there, man. Balon was too busy worrying about how to kill everyone. So it's the same thing with Jon, and that's why I think Jon survives, man. So I don't know. It could go so many different ways, man, but it's obviously going to be bittersweet because we're going to lose a lot of our favorite characters. Like, there was 18 people at the Dragon Pit, maybe 7 or 8 of them survive, maybe 10.
I mean, to me, one of the saddest, now that you mentioned that Theon's dad was Ned, to me, one of the saddest moments in all of Game of Thrones I remember watching was when Theon tells Ramsay that his father lost his head in King's Landing. I was like, damn, man, it sucks because, like, he betrayed his real family, which were basically the Starks, the ones who brought him up. And then you hear that, and it's just like, damn, man. It's insane. It's funny. I started watching this lady who does reaction videos. I'm not sure if anybody here in the chat or you've seen her videos. Her name is American Mom, I think it is, or American Mom.
Yeah, I've seen her. She's
hilarious, bro. I was like, yo, I probably should have her on, like, see if she would come on. Like, yo, she's funny. Like, and I enjoy seeing people react to the same thing that I reacted to. You know what I mean? Like, seeing her, like, I was just like, damn, man. Like, seeing her see Ned lose his head, Jon being stabbed, the Red Wedding, I was like, damn, man, that's insane. But that's Game of Thrones for you. I mean, who do you think is going to be the character to most hurt you when they die? Like, the ones that are alive. You think Jon?
Jon would be the one that would hurt me the most because he's the character that cares the most about the main problems of the story. But if it came down to it, oh my god, man! I mean, you guys know I love Sandor. That would crush me, man. Because I want Sandor to have some peace and happiness, some solitude to find that.
I mean, I honestly think that.
But all of the Starks, man, I want all of the Starks to be happy.
I mean, I kind of want Bran to die. I don't know why. There's something about Bran that throws me off. I really do believe that he has to die by the end of the story. I think that him and the Night King are linked, and it's funny. Like during, I think it was episode 5 of the season, I was talking with Marie Hill, from Game of Thrones and Marie. I was talking with her, and we were talking, and I told her about how I see Bran as like Voldemort in Harry Potter, and I really believe that that's going to be something huge in the story because it really is very similar to them. And you know, if you know anything about the movies, because I watched the movies more than the books.
Oh yeah,
I only read like half the first book when I was like what 11 or something. So,
love the movies.
but the movies are great, and I saw that. And when you see it, Harry has to die in order for Voldemort to die, and he's brought back, but he has to die in order for Voldemort to die. And I have a bunch of notes on shit. I don't want to put anything out right now because it's just all over the place, and I don't want to sound crazy. But I really believe that Bran has to die by the end of the story.
I made that comparison before too, man. Like the mark is kind of like the mark that when Voldemort, when Harry's parents died, he was expelled. Part of Harry was in Voldemort.
Yeah,
he didn't know, and that's why he could detect him. But it is interesting, man, that you think that Bran's. A lot of people think that the last POV is going to be Bran. Well, Bran or Samuel.
we started off with Bran. Like the other day I was watching stuff, and I truly believe that, like, I know that I think you are one of the ones that really dismisses the whole Bran is Night King theory, like that he is.
There's no way he could become the Night King. Maybe I don't think he is the Night King.
I think that there is more to that, and I've been accumulating scenes that possibly indicate something. I'm not gonna put them out there. I want you to see the video, and I want to be like, look at it, Kyle. Look at it. Like, you know what I mean? I want to.
Like a dog, like smelling his own poo that he pooed in the house. Like, put my nose in it. Thanks, Rayz. Really appreciate that, dude.
No, but what you call it? I legit want to have that. I see the fake news emojis already in the chat. Yeah, you'll see, all of you. Nah, but what you call it? I truly believe that Bran has some iffy stuff. I wanted to talk about you. You had mentioned this to me earlier. I didn't know, so I'll let you take the reins on this, on the whole Winterfell thing. Like, I did not know anything about it. You want to touch on this? Like, I don't know. What were you telling me earlier about Winterfell?
Yeah. So one of my friends from Watchers on the Wall, Luca. You guys might know who he is. I got to meet him at Con of Thrones. Delightful gentleman, lives in Spain. He said, he had this article that said Winterfell is under major reconstruction, keyword reconstruction, for Game of Thrones Season 8 pre-production. They're extending Winterfell, so they're making Winterfell much larger, which is very interesting because I've always felt that Winterfell would be the final location that we would see in the whole show. It wouldn't be King's Landing. It's possible that it could be King's Landing and there's still an Iron Throne in the end. I don't know. But I always thought that Winterfell was going to be kind of the last hub where we'd see most of the characters. Most of the characters gather because there's going to be a council. They're going to have to discuss their strategy and how to deal with the Night King, and how to the best basically decide where they're going to put their forces, all of these things. Winterfell also apparently has magic from Bran the Builder because Bran the Builder built it, all of these different things. But it's really interesting. Let's pop into the article here. I'll just read a couple.
Yeah, I put up the scene from Winterfell from over top, and it's huge, man.
And basically, let's go through here. I'm just going to go. So I wish I could screen share with you guys. Here, one sec. I probably can. 1 second. I'll try to screen share with you guys. And I don't know. My reason why I'm talking funny, guys, is because I bit my tongue by accident and it's like super sore. So here we go. I'm just going to share this with you guys. So apparently the towers that guard Winterfell along the gate, along with a large portion of the outer walls, have been reconstructed from the ground up. At the very least, remodeled extensively. It's not done, but it looks a little bit different, reddish brown. But anyways, granted, construction work at Moneyglass is par for the course for Game of Thrones, even after the much elaborated set stands today was built for the 5th season. It still had to be fixed up for season 6, presumably because the building suffered deterioration in winter. So obviously there's a lot of stuff, but apparently Winterfell is getting bigger, and they're doing some reconstruction, some changes. So we're going to see more of Winterfell. Maybe we'll see more of the Crypts of Winterfell as well. I'm assuming that will happen as well. So we're going to see more of Winterfell, everyone. we will see more of Winterfell, which is going to be really interesting. And like I said, I think it's going to be the most important location.
I mean, all of them are gonna be there, like in this upcoming season. That's like where everybody's gonna reunite, basically. I think that it's gonna be even more characters here than we saw in the Dragon Pit, right? There are gonna be more characters there. I mean, we're gonna have the Starks, and then we're gonna have all of these Daenerys, all of them together, her whole crew.
By the way, Rayz, I'm seeing people in the chat. I think we should do some shout outs. I want to give a special shout out to Erin, who's just an amazing person. She's part of me and George's and Gemma's team going forward. She's just awesome, an awesome person. But I also want to give a shout out to William Rice. He got a House Bolton tattoo on his back because one day we got 400 likes on a live stream live
Oh my god.
or something like that. Or no, we get to 450 live viewers, and then we ended up getting to like 500 or 600 or something like that. But he said that if we got to a certain amount of likes during that video, I think it was like 450, that he would get a House Bolton tattoo. And he got a House Bolton tattoo tattooed on his back, and it's massive.
Like a legit tattoo.
A legit tattoo. So
That's
William Rice in the chat, Bolton tattoo on the back. And we got Lucifer means Lightbringer joining us in the chat, another member of the Game of Thrones community. What's going on?
Shout out to him. I mean, I remember there was like a video of his that everybody was sharing. I remember he has some awesome like content. Like everybody check him out. Like he has awesome stuff.
To help survive the long night. Does the tattoo say "Flay this MFer"? Yeah. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what it looks like. But William, if you want to share your Twitter, man, to me, and I'll post it in the chat. Everybody can go follow William, and he'll post a pic.
All right,
on
let's
Instagram or
see.
something.
I have everybody in the chat. Angelina, a hi, Big E, Cheekiest Heart, Danny's the Dreamer. Shout out to Erin too, like Kyle said. She's awesome. Always mad support, mad love. Hi, I'm Allison, Jim O'Donnell, Karen, Kelly, Lucifer means Lightbringer. Again, check his channel out. He has a lot of great stuff to lead you through the long night. Let's see. Meriden Mormont, Mara Jade, Sam the Narrator.
We have John McGlynn. I was playing with John. I was playing Destiny 2 with John earlier today for like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, man. He was helping me. I created a second character, and he was helping me out through the story mission. Him and another dude were gardening up with me.
I mean,
Destiny 2.
I'm not really into Destiny like that. My only game that I play is like 2K, but my brother has been into the whole Destiny thing. I did the whole face scan. I showed Kyle. I have like this big ass head on a scrawny little body. 2K, the scanning failed me. But yeah, I'll probably upload an image one of these days as my profile pic. But shout out to everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining us. I also wanted to talk about these castings. I did take some of the notes on these casting calls that they have. They haven't been casted yet. But
I didn't get to check them out too much. Just some children, right?
Yeah, I have the notes here. This comes from Watchers on the Wall, and of course, everybody knows that Watchers on the Wall is the spot to go for Game of Thrones, and winter is coming also. Like
Watchers on the Wall, by the way, they're the people that put on Con of Thrones with Mischief Management. Rayz, you're gonna come down, right?
Yeah, I'm planning on it. I don't like traveling, but I'm last year, this year, I felt like I was like a wildling left beyond the wall. I like to say, like, you know what I mean? That's how, like, you know what I mean? Imagine all the wildlings went south and you're the last one with the White Walkers. That's how I felt. I felt like I was left behind. So I really want to go this year, man. It was.
I got when I went to Atlanta to go chill with the Z's and Shea. I got to chill with Zach from Game of Owns. He was actually staying when I stayed with the Z's for 2 nights before I got to chill with George. Well, I stayed the first night and the last night with the Z's, and then. But yeah, man, they're planning some epic shit there. You guys definitely got to go check it. If you get a chance, I'd like to personally invite every single one of you to come down. I know it's not achievable for everyone because it is expensive, but yeah, if you get a chance. Erin's coming down. She's going to be staying with me, George and Gemma. Rayz, I know you're going to be trying to get down there, man. Got go check out some panels and stuff like that. But yeah,
it's gonna be fun, man. I truly think it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun. I already have all my equipment. All I need to do is find where I'm gonna crash, my sleeping, but that'll get handled. Don't worry. Let's see what we can have done. But let's get onto these castings, right? All right, let's see. So basically, these castings go as all right. Watchers per Watchers on the Wall, they say the first role we've learned about is a northern girl. The character will be around the age of 8, but they are open to seeing actresses older than this, up to the age of 10. The role is described as being straight talking northern accented girl, someone remarkable for her dauntlessness and integrity. According to the write up, she's been brought up in a family of soldiers and shares their fearlessness. The part is said to be a very nice standout part for a strong minded young girl with a fighting spirit. The role of a northern girl is currently set to shoot during the week commencing November 17th. Now, as soon as I heard this, I thought about Liana Mormont, and I know a lot of other people have thought the same. I thought maybe Lord Glover's granddaughter. What did you think?
They better not recast Bella Ramsey because I adore her. Um, I'm baffled on this one. Some people are saying that it's gonna be Leanna, who we're seeing on screen right now, but I mean, we already had her casted before, so I mean, but they've done recastings before. But yeah, it's gonna be one of the Northern Lords' daughters, I'm assuming. What do you think about? I mean, what do you guys think in the chat about that?
Yeah,
Wyla Manderly? Nah, Biggie, that's a good one.
yeah. Let us know in the chat. I'm curious because like part of me was just like I went off the rails with this. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, when you're a YouTuber, you have this is the way I like to see it because I've talked with other YouTubers as well. It's like you have possibility, and then you just have like tinfoil, extremely like aliens are coming in tomorrow to get you. It's like over the rails. I just thought immediately like also like, could this be like a vision into the future maybe or something like some I don't know, man. Like I my head just went with me, man. Like I was going crazy. Like I just thought about anything dope, like anything that I wanted to see. What do you think? Do you think that there's any possibility, flashback, flash future? Because they did say that the children will fight in the North in the upcoming season, right? So, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, Rich is saying a Children of the Forest, man, at the God's Eye. That's an interesting one. I don't know about that, but yeah, I mean, they obviously specifically say northern part, right? So it could be I mean, we heard Lord Glover say, "Would you have a spear in my granddaughter's hands?" Like whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that was specifically said. That's my best bet, but I don't know, man. It could be something shocking. I don't know. I mean, a nice part. How big is a nice part, man? We got 6 episodes with about 80 minutes each. So
It's funny. Big E's like, yo, stop drinking. Stop drinking that Brugal, Rayz. Well, I was just drinking apple juice and water. So I am not drinking Brugal, people. And I am not the only one who said that they thought the same thing. Let's see. Who was it? Mel's X3 says, that's what I thought too, Rayz. So I'm not the only one. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I wasn't the only one. But I don't know, man. I did think originally maybe Lord Glover's daughter because she was one of the mentioned ones. We did see kids training outside of in Winterfell, so it really could be anybody. But the way that they made this one and the next one they made it seem like it was somebody very, like important. Look at the other one. The other one was the article also states that they're also searching for a boy aged 8 to 12 with a physically fit, agile look, someone with a good distinctive face. He's described as being from a poor background, a boy who has to fight to make his way in the world. The description we saw mentions that they need an actor who can completely own the scenes that he appears in, hinting at multiple scenes. No coloring or height was noted for what it's worth, they said. And they said the young actor is currently scheduled for filming the last week of November and the last week of December. But as always, Game of Thrones, things could change. But what do you think about the boy? Do you think that there's anything in particular there that we could take away?
poor background sounds interesting. I mean, sounds like Gendry, but Gendry really wasn't a fighter. I mean, are we getting a flashback, man? I don't know, man. I think we're getting a bunch of flashbacks next season or I think we're going to get there's going to be a lot of jumping around next season because they're going to have to explain a lot of things, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean that's one of those things that's like you don't even know if they're putting this out there so that we're just like on our tippy toes and we're expecting this character. Like at this point, I'm kind of doubting whatever information we get out early because they might be trying to throw us off as well. You would think that with 6 episodes only left, they wouldn't be
Their
developing other characters. Like,
their shoot schedule though is originally 6 to 8 months, and now it's 10 to 12 months. So or
yeah, we're
10
getting in
months.
2019.
Oh, we're getting 2019, guys. I think. Um, which you know what? Honestly, if like when we talked to Paula Fairfield, she said that their budget for dragons and White Walkers is unlimited for season 8. I'm okay with that as long as they pull it off. What I mean?
I mean, like, I totally believe 100% that we're getting it in 2019. And I really, really hope that they don't just kill off Ghost the first time we see him on screen. Like, Ghost is one of those things that it's really upsetting to me because I was watching earlier some of the behind the scenes stuff from previous seasons, and it's such a stressful thing for these people to do these CGI dogs. I mean, these CGI wolves. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know why it's so difficult for them.
Sam, you drink American beer, Canadian beer, try us, and also whiskey. Um, challenge accepted. Do you accept this mission? Sorry, I had to.
You just went full Mission Impossible. Shout out to Game of Theories with Marie in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Uh, but yeah, man. I mean, there's certain things that I just think that they just don't care about. The Direwolves being one.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. I don't know. I really hope that I think all the direwolves, all the dragons, and all the White Walkers are going to be dead. I hope Ghost survives, man. I love Ghost.
Damn, man, Ghost. I would have wanted that same moment that John had with Drogon. Daenerys having that moment with Ghost. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
want to see him.
it doesn't that kind of happens with Val in the books.
Yeah,
Val,
bro. The Wildling, Mance Rayder's sister-in-law.
yeah,
Yeah, sister. Yeah, sister by law. But I don't know. I want to see that. Like, you know what I mean? I want to see that scene. And of course, it's gonna be a different interaction because Jon is half Stark, half Targaryen, whereas Daenerys is just Targaryen. But I still want to see if Ghost accepts her. Like, because we know that the direwolves in the books, especially, are like very susceptible to like personalities. Like, they don't like the phrase. Grey didn't like the phrase and whatnot. So like, I really would like to see how Ghost reacts around Daenerys. Like, you know what I mean? I would like to see how freaking Ghost looks at Arya. Like, I want to see this type of shit. I really enjoy it, but you know, it is what it is. I guess that they're robbing us of it all. But I wanted to talk about this too, and this is a little bit of a more fun topic, and it's interesting that Marie is in the chat, and I know that Marie is from Australia. But basically, I was reading something when you told me about the Winterfell thing, and this is what basically came up earlier. And this is about a train station in Melbourne. It is about a train station, Kyle, and they are. Some people suggested that they named this train station Winterfell in Melbourne.
oh God,
Yes, and George R. R. Martin wrote about it. He wrote a blog and he responded to it. And this is what George had to say. And this is just a fun topic. You know, I was like, we have to put it because I'm not sure about you, but I have a ton of Australians who watch my channel. Like my channel, I
what,
think
mate?
like it's so many. So mad love to Australia. But this is what basically the article said, and it came from Broad Street. And it says Melbourne. I don't know. From Melbourne. I don't know. The people from Melbourne were recently given the opportunity to suggest names for the city's 5 new Metro Underground stations. Some of the names put forward references to the book series and TV show Game of Thrones, as reported last month. This is what George R. R. Martin had to say, Kyle. All right, wait. He said, I have to admit, I am bemused and rather flattered by this. The idea of a Melbourne metro station named Winterfell tickles my fancy. You heard that? It tickles his fancy. All right, let's see. uh, yeah, he said. Let's see. He said, though having been to Australia numerous times, I will assert that winter never really does come down there. It also it also says that Winterfell is a strong contender for the CBD North Station, while other Game of Thrones related suggestions include Highgarden, Erie, and Dorne. He said, let's see. He also said that Australia is one of my favorite places in the world, particularly the city of Melbourne. He also said, "So Kyle, what are your thoughts on this? Would you want a Winterfell train station
Yes.
around your crib?"
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't
I mean,
I?
Australians are winning right now, bro. Like Australia is winning with a train station named Winterfell. Yeah, salute to you guys, man. Like, come on, man.
Mate,
I
what,
was,
mate?
I was thinking about that. I was like, yo, what would we name 42nd Street? Like Times Square. Times Square, we should name that what? King's Landing or like
That would be cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you see the rats and all these other stuff all over the place. It's ridiculous, man. Don't believe the hype. New York Times Square is beautiful, but those train stations, man, you might get kidnapped by one of those rats, man. Um,
Are they like giant? Dude, we have massive squirrels up here. They're the size of small cats.
I'm I'm not gonna lie though.
They're they're crazy, crazy. And I don't go anywhere near those things, man. I like little small chipmunks. Like I feed chipmunks out of my hand with peanuts.
Yo,
But
bro.
I'm telling you, those squirrels, man, they're vermin, dude. Chipmunks are cool. Chipmunks are cool. Squirrels are not.
Yo, I always be saying it though. The squirrels be little rats with fluffy tails, bro. Like, yo, my aunt once was feeding these peanuts to the squirrel. Yo, bro, and the squirrel just ran after her, chased her down, man. Like he just ran her down, and she was like, "Oh my god, oh
Chipmunks
my
are
god!"
tiny. Chipmunks are tiny little things. They're cute. Squirrels, they get big, dude, and they're nasty.
With their beady little eyes and shit, like just
Chipmunks are
beady.
cute, though.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could be around them, but I don't know, man. I was just thinking, like, could we have a Winterfell? I mean, when you really look at it, I think Canada could be like a real Winterfell spot, though, right? Right, like beyond the wall, like Hard Home.
This was actually the snow capital of North America last year, so this could be the lands of always winter.
You know what? New York is Winterfell. Bam, called it. I dub New York City Winterfell. You heard it
Well,
here
New York
first.
City would be King's Landing. It's in a port.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but I don't know, man. King's Landing has a bad rap. You know what I mean? But let me know, guys. What train station? What name of what city would you want something named after, or what would you want named after a certain city from the show in your hometown or whatever? What would you name it? Let me know in the chat. Me and Kyle will be looking into it. It's pretty funny. Let's see.
You want to get some questions?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
ask it, King's Landing.
Yeah. Let's get some questions in here because we basically went over all the topics. So let's that I had set. I really didn't have many topics. I just really
The
wanted
black
to
squirrels, that's right. They're saying the black squirrels. Those are the most dangerous ones. They get huge. And
Yo,
they're
you know what fucking shit is savages, bro? Raccoons. No,
dude.
raccoons.
Check this out. I'll tell you a story. About 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, I was out with the car. I got back home, and two raccoons. One was opening the lid of our garbage can. The other one was on the bottom. Like they're like gonna like toss shit down to each other. I'm like, Mom, like what the hell are these? Like, and there's like, I was afraid to walk towards the house. They were massive, dude. But we put pins and stuff like clasps on the garbage can so they can't get in there. They haven't been a problem since. But I literally saw one take the garbage can off. No joke. There's two of them. One was under the deck, and he was like eyes were glowing. But then the other one was taking like literally opening it up like a human. It was so friggin' weird, dude. He was like hanging there, and he was huge, man. But this raccoon, I'm telling you, man.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. like I saw this raccoon once, right? We were like in a park, me and some friends, we were chilling and shit. It was like really late, and then like you see like these beady eyes glowing, like, and then like you see him with his little robber shit, like, you know what I mean? And then he's just like giving us that like mean mug, like what you gonna
Shame.
do? Like what?
Shame.
What? Like
Shame.
yo, he's just giving us that mean mug, like what you gonna do, bro? Like what? You gonna pop off? I'm like, let's get the fuck out of this park because it's really yeah, like this dude looked like he gonna jump on me. It was already like late. We shouldn't have been there. It was insane. But man, I'm telling you, man, raccoons.
From Game of Thrones to raccoons, what a conversation, everyone.
I know, but hey, we just have to put it out there. Everybody there says calling them trash pandas, man. Like yo, these are not cute. Like yo, they may look cute, but they're evil. They're just evil little monsters. I'm telling you.
But I think it's time to pivot the discussion away from raccoons.
All right. So guys, send in your questions. Me and Kyle will take a few of them, and yeah, man, let's get back on track. You were the one that brought up chipmunks being cute, bro. This is
Dude,
bound
they're
to happen.
totally different than raccoons, man. Chipmunks are totally different.
This was bound to happen, bro.
But you're right. Okay, you know, we're getting back into the man. Dude, if I go to a party and there's a dog, the party's over. I'm petting the dog. Like that. Like we could talk about animals forever, man. Like, I am like, if there's a cat and I'm allergic to it, it doesn't matter. A party going on, I'm petting the cat. Like
I'm
it's
telling
happening.
you, animals don't like Ray. Ray is not popular among the animal kingdom. There's something about them. I don't know. They just see like I see this hatred in their eyes for me. Like I don't know what it is about them, man. Don't trust, especially cats. Cats are evil. But we have a question though, and it comes from Raylene, and it says, "What do you think Tyrion? What do you think Tyrion will do to get Cersei back to the table? I think he will turn himself over to her once he shows up with her forces north. I think she's going to grab Sansa." What do you think, Carl? What do you
Say that question again.
What do you think Tyrion is going to do to get Cersei back to the table?
Jeez, man. I mean, I don't think there is any getting Cersei back to the table at this point. She's too far gone, man. Tyrion serves Daenerys. If he's, dude, I think the only way that Cersei, there's no getting Cersei back to the table. It's too far gone. Cersei and Jaime fracturing. Jaime was the person that put up with Cersei the most. There's no getting her back to the table. There's nothing left. Cersei is non-redeemable at this point, man. Unless she does something crazy. Like, I have a feeling she's gonna go crazy like the Mad King, dude. Like, and just lock herself in King's Landing.
And burn it?
I mean, well, no, not to burn it, but like at the idea of the Army of the Dead coming. I mean, like, how are they gonna get into King's Landing? I mean, they can because they have a dragon now, obviously. But yeah,
I mean, like I'm of the mindset. I remember when before the episode, I did like a video, previewing episode 7, and I was like, could it be the Night King who flies over into the dragon pit, whatever? You know, I knew that wasn't gonna happen, but I was just like, you know, like, but do you think that at some point the Night King might just fly straight to King's Landing and bring that shit down?
I mean, we saw in Daenerys' vision, man. We saw that the Red Keep partially was destroyed. That can just be an interpretation, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's definitely. Would Daenerys' dragons do that? I don't know. I'm more inclined to think that the Night King would do that with Viserion.
Like he'll eventually one day just fly down there and be like, F it, let's just do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible, man. I don't know if Daenerys' dragons would do that. Would Wildfire do that? I mean, that's awfully high. Kind of looks like Harrenhal to me.
I got a super chat from Aaron. Thank you so much, Aaron, for the super chat, for the donation. Everybody show Aaron some love. Thank you again, Aaron, for for the love and the support to the channel. Aaron is awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Dude, Aaron is more than awesome. I don't usually have favorites, but she's a favorite, man. She's just such a nice, kind person.
she's awesome, man. I mean,
She's one
like
of like the fucking 10 most kind people I know in the world, basically.
no, like it's cool because she's always like here, like even before the stream starts, like you know what I mean. And sometimes I talk with her like right before I'm about to start. So shout out to Aaron. Everybody show Aaron love in the chat. Thank you so much for the donation, for the super chat. Um, let's see. Any more questions? I don't know. My computer's bugged out. Do you see any questions, Kyle?
Let me pop up here, man.
All right.
Hi, I'm Allison says, will the Lannister forces follow Jamie or Cersei? At Rayz to Alba, at Azor Hype. Jamie, I think. I mean, I don't know, though, man. Cersei is the queen, though. I don't know. I'm inclined to believe that they would follow Jamie, but nobody was there with Jamie at the end. But are they still at River Run and whatnot? I don't know,
I mean,
man.
I think that Jamie is going to get the forces because he said basically that no wait, Cersei said that they were going to call their banners to go north, like right. So they're basically not at King's Landing, leading me to believe that there maybe Jamie's going to meet up with them. Jamie wouldn't be that dumb, I think, to go to the north without an army. Like he's going to get whacked. He won't ever make it past the neck. Like you know what I mean?
There's a cool question in the chat. In Destiny, there's these things called light level, and the max light level you can get, like the max level your character can be, or like the strongest your character can be is 305. What is Jon Snow's light level? Jeez, Jon Snow would be like 306, man. Jon Snow is just a cut of butt. Like he's the dude. Maybe even 400. That would be like Jon Snow is like last boss. Oh, we got another donation from Marie. Got 3 in a row here.
Oh my God.
We got another one from Mel S X. Tyrion was weird all season. Shady, $5 US. We got one from Game of Theories from Marie for $15 as well.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, Mel's X, and thank you so much, Game of Theories of Marie. Thank you so much for the donation. Everybody, show them love in the chat. And I don't know why I have this thing set up so like it pops up like when people donate. I don't know why it's not popping up, but thank you so much again for all the donations and all the support of the channel. You know, I am planning on reinvesting some of that to the channel. Like I want to buy I already bought the Rode mic for my camera. That'll be dope, like for future vlogs and skits and stuff that I have planned. I have some skits coming up, bro. I'm a comedian, bad actor, but a comedian nonetheless. Why is my like cheek red? My cheek is red. But thank you again, Marie, and thank you, Mel's and Aaron. Thank you so much for the donation. It means the world. Thank you so much. Oh my God, this is like my computer's bugged out here. That's why I'm a little bit all over the place.
All right, let's create a fun narrative here, Rayz.
All right,
let's do this.
Let's do this.
Season 8. Season 7's over. We've kind of smashed that to pieces with leading up to Season 7 and talking about the finale and whatnot. Season 8. Everyone in the chat, what are you most excited for? So I'm really excited for the Clegane Bowl. I'm obviously very excited for the Night King and Jon to fight one-on-one. Rayz, what are you excited about? And everybody in the chat, give us your answers.
Oh man, what am I excited about? I'm excited, and this is going to be odd maybe. I'm excited to see Ice and Fire meet on multiple fronts. I'm excited to see Bran meet Daenerys. I'm excited to see possibly Mel meet Bran. That's one of the ones that I'm really wanting to see. Like I really want to see that low key. I want to because I think that something's gonna happen there. Because remember in the book she sees him through the flames. I want to see like what happens there. So there's a lot, man. There's a lot, but I want to see some more meetups and some more like reunions and whatnot. Arya and Jon meeting up for sure. I want to see that.
Rich said the Night King's motivations or the Night King history, like the history behind this, like who the White Walkers are, like that specifically who the Night King is.
That definitely for sure. I want to see that. What reunion do you most want to see next season?
Oh, obvious, man. Arya and Sandor. No, Jon and Arya. Arya and Sandor. Jon and Arya. Jon and Arya is the number one, man. But it's going to be really interesting to see how that happens, man, because they're so different. You know what I mean? Like, will it be bittersweet or will it actually be? I think it'll be sweet.
I
That's gonna
mean,
be weird though.
yo, I was thinking about how tense it is going to be between Arya and Jamie. Earlier I was watching, like I said, the lady American Mom. I was watching some of her reactions. Like I saw like two, and then they just started popping up in my suggestions. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I watched that scene when Arya has the face and she's looking at Jamie, at the twins. She's gonna whack the hell out of Jamie. Like she really had her eyes on Jamie like hard. Like when you go back and you look at that in hindsight, do you think that Jamie's in danger like 100% like with Arya, or do you think she'll wait for once she sees that everything, chills down? You think she'll chance him, or think she's gonna bite him
I
off?
I don't know, man. Jamie's so important to the story, man. Like I was having this conversation with someone last night, and I said Jamie is like after John maybe Jamie's probably going to be the other hero of the story, man. He's already like what he's actually done, like his sister. Like I was talking with John McGlynn, and I was saying that Jamie's chapters in the books are obviously some of the most interesting. They're my favorite to read. But Jamie as a character, even though he is who he is, I have this thing about him, man. Like he's gonna get in that white book. He's gonna redeem himself. It's just something that has to happen, in my opinion. Just one of these things, man. I don't know. I feel like Jamie's gonna be a hero of the story in a big way, very very big way.
I mean, he has been like on a redeeming arc. The same with Theon. I do think that he has something about him, and his oath to Catelyn that will play like a bigger role in everything when it's all said and done. But I like a couple of these that a lot of people are putting here in the chat. Let's see, in the chat, a lot of people are saying, Ida Niles says John and Danny get to Winterfell. That's what she wants to see. Michael Smith says John and Arya reunion. Mara Jade says Jamie and Brienne and the Hound and Sansa. That's an underdog one. Like, what do you think is gonna be that reunion? Like Sansa and the Hound. Because basically, is the Hound pledged, in your opinion, to House Stark? Like,
He's
working with them.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, he is with the Brotherhood Without Banners. I think he's just on the side of survival, side of men in
with
general.
The good guys. With the good guys.
When Aragorn goes, "Good men," like when he's men of the realm, when he's like rallying everyone before the orcs.
I'm nodding my head. I'm nodding my head, but I've never seen the Lord of the Rings. We've gone over this, bro. Like, don't act surprised now. Like, he's acting surprised. You know this. This isn't news to you, bro.
Everyone in the chat, if you're going to get upset right now. I encourage bad behavior in the chat for this.
You losing it, bro?
All right, everyone, I'm out.
I'm telling you, I have never seen the Lord of the Rings. I saw the first one. I've never seen the other ones.
Shame. Yeah, the bells are coming in the chat. You can't stand Frodo, Marie. You deserve a shame bell. You deserve a shame bell. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, shame on me. Boo, shame on me. Yo, I'm telling you, I have never seen it. There's something about it that it just doesn't allow me to get into it.
There's 3 of you in the chat that haven't seen it as well. What's wrong with you people? Lord of the Rings. Go watch this right now if you have Netflix. Extended versions, 12 hours of movies right now.
You see, look, Stacy Smith. Shout out to Stacy Smith. She hasn't seen it.
Shout out to Stacy Smith. No.
That deserves a shout out. You know what I mean? We haven't seen Lord of the Rings, people.
Karen.
Okay.
Oh my God. Karen. Oh my God. Your name starts with K. I had respect for that.
I'm telling you, people, Game of Thrones is life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, my sister has never watched Game of Thrones, right? And I am legit trading. I have to see 3 seasons of her favorite show so that she could see 3 seasons of my favorite show.
What is her favorite show?
I forgot. It's like some demon like cowboy thing. I don't know, man. It's something there. Like I'm not into that whole demons, whatever thing going
Is it
on.
Wyatt Earp or something, or is it
Yeah,
or is it
Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp. I think it's that. Wyatt Earp. I think it's
there's
like.
only like one season of it, I think, though. I don't know.
I think she told me it's like 3 seasons or something. But she said I have to see that, and basically she'll see it because basically she's designing stuff for me, so she doesn't know Game of Thrones. So I'm trying to get her to watch it, but we struck a deal that I have to see. She'll match every episode that I see of that show, and basically, my trick is get her to see the first season, or maybe the first season and a half.
First.
First, like, right? Because like I'm like she probably might drop off, and maybe after they kill Ned, you know what I mean? Because you kind of lose faith in everything. It kind of really knocks you down a couple of notches. So let me know, guys, how many episodes in should I go before I cut her off? Like I have to stop watching her show because I think that the first season is good enough to to pull somebody in, but I don't know.
First season is the gas. So good.
But do we have any more questions?
I'm not sure, man. We did pretty good today. I think we're what like 8:30 now.
Yeah,
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, we're pretty much at 8:30. Amberlyn McKay says, "Do you have a Patreon account, Rayz?" I do not have a Patreon account right now active. I know that Kyle will be extremely upset with me about it because it is actually done. I just have to launch it. It's like one of those things that I want to launch it perfectly.
I've been telling him for 3 months at least.
I legit have it done though. Like, but I will have it out. Like, I have already a series. Like, bro, I have like exclusive videos that I'm going to make specifically to my Patreon. I will have a complete like 2 or 3 series just Game of Thrones related that I will post on my Patreon. The only thing is, I'm kind of like I don't know, man. You could really give me bells for this one. You could
Dude,
give me
honestly,
shame bells for
man,
that.
Patreon is gonna help me survive big time during this crap that I'm dealing with, man. I'm so lucky that I have 56 patrons that really care about my content and my channel, man. It's huge, man. And it's so cool. You get to connect with people on an even deeper level. Not to say that you can't do that without Patreon. I still try to do that on Twitter and Facebook and in the comments section as much as I can, trying to chat with people and getting to know them. But Patreon's cool, man. It's wicked. You can do live streams straight to Patreon and stuff like privately and all sorts of stuff. It's really cool.
I mean, I'm gonna have it out. I will have it out. Trust me, I will. All I have to do is just finish like the description, and I'm gonna film like a funny. Yo, bro, I was doing a rap song. I'm not even joking. I have a Game of Thrones beat, and I was gonna spit bars on it, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I will get around to it. I'm sorry. I will have my Patreon launched hopefully by the end of the month. I'll see if I have it launched, and I'll have exclusive content on that. You guys should definitely give me shame bells because I have slacked on that. But let's see. We have like 2 questions I think here. One comes from Michael Smith. Let me change the topic on here. You know what I mean? One comes from Michael Smith, and he says, "If Jon and Dany die, will Dany have twins? As Maester Aemon said, the Targaryen alone in the world is a terrible thing."
That's spicy.
I know, right? That has a nice spin on it.
That girl and a boy. Ice and fire. Jeez, man. One looks like John. One looks like Danny. That'd be crazy. That'd be so cool.
I mean, it would be really dope. I think that it would be nice. I think it would fit like a happy ending. If they both die and there's twins, I would be cool with that. You know what I mean? I just hope that they don't marry them.
Lucifer Muse Lightbringer says, Kyle, don't let Rayz off that easy. We want a rap song.
Bro, I legit have bars. I'm not even joking. I have bars written out. I just have to find where to record this. Yo.
Rewind. Okay, I did a beatbox. That will have to hold you guys. That will have to hold you guys. That'll have to hold you guys over until Rayz comes up with the bars.
Yeah.
I can actually beatbox way louder and do all sorts of weird techniques and stuff, but I'm trying to keep it quiet in the house. So it's some people are a little sleepy tonight. So
I mean, you can actually beatbox though, bro.
oh yeah. Next time.
We have Sword in the Darkness says Q&A. Will Arya add Littlefinger's face to her bag? I mean, everybody knows he's dead. Like, I think that she might have it in the bag, but I don't think it's worth anything.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's definitely I don't know, man. That's so creepy. Like, well, like what would that achieve though? You know what I mean? Like, can she do? Can she put Littlefinger's face on in King's Landing? I don't know. I mean, I'm like a minute behind on the actual video on YouTube, and you're dancing with your thumbs up. I'm laughing. I don't know, man. Oh, Lucifer Liz Lightbringer is doing a stream tomorrow. It's going to be his very first one. Very cool. I'll have to check that out. But I don't know, man. I think Littlefinger's just done. I don't think we're going to see him again in the show with his face at all.
I mean, I think that Arya would be like, oh man, this face can't go to waste, right? And she would be like, I'll just take it, you know what I mean? You can't waste a good face, you know what I mean? But I don't think that she necessarily is gonna be like, oh, this will be good, because I think that word travels way too quickly, and when you kill off a character that big publicly like they did, I think that it'll eventually get to King's Landing before she even gets there. That Littlefinger's dead. We have a question from Marie, and she says, what off-screen deal has Tyrion made with Cersei?
None.
You don't think that something odd went there? Don't
wait for it. Fake. Wait for it. News.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Real. What was that? News. Yeah, you like that? You like that? You like that? Yeah, you like that, right? What was that? Yeah, real news. I truly believe that Tyrion did something sketchy there. I mean, for you to say that he didn't, you're putting way too much faith in an alcoholic. Like, he's an alcoholic, and he likes to whore around, and you're telling me, like, Tyrion has been so bad when he stopped these what would you call his whoring and drinking?
Gallivanting.
His gallivanting. His gallivanting. When he stopped his gallivanting, people, he has lost a lot. So, you know, I think that he really did do something there, man. I mean, I don't know, man. He did something.
Tyrion didn't do something. Cersei got more information out of Tyrion than Tyrion should have been giving away. She manipulated Tyrion in some way. I know Tyrion's smart, but debauchery, yeah, John, that's a good word too.
What you call it? The way I see it is, Tyrion.
Whoa. What's this? What's this? Who's unsubscribed for what reason? Usurper? What the hell is this about?
I have no idea.
Sorry, go ahead. It's weird. I saw that. I'm just gonna ban this guy. He's pissing me off.
What you call it? I personally believe that Tyrion might have made a deal with Cersei that he probably shouldn't have made, like something that he really couldn't offer. I don't think that he went out as far as to say you'll be queen by the end of it all, but I think that he did make a promise that he wouldn't be able to keep. You know what I mean? Like, I'll probably keep Jon Snow. He won't come. He won't, interfere. Like, you'll get what you wanted or something. But once Cersei, betrays him, it's worth nothing. But I don't know. That's just what I think. I think that he actually did do something. I don't know exactly what, but he definitely did something. White privilege said sorry.
Yeah, it has something to do. It has something to do with information, like important information for sure.
He said sorry, Ray. What? I don't know. I'm lost.
Ignore that person, man.
No, but yeah, man. I mean, there's a couple of things that I want answered this upcoming season. One being, who's going to die? That's one of those questions, of course, everybody wants. But I want to know exactly what is the connection between Bran and I hope that we get like a clear answer. I hope that we don't get like some cheap buyout because George hasn't written it yet or hasn't told the the producers. Do you think that George actually helped them out a lot to set everything up to end this story?
I hope George is involved in the final season, man. You mean the information for the final Endgame stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes and no. George is pretty busy, but yeah, I think he was pretty involved, man. I think they want to keep the end of the story as close to as possible as what the books is going to have. But then again, like, who knows, man? Do we ever think that the last book's going to come out from George 12 years from now, man? I don't know. Let's hope. Germ is a troll, though. Gotta remember that.
I mean, I was seeing a video earlier of him on Conan, and he used to say that he would write at least one episode every season. Do you
But
think
he
that?
hasn't done that.
Yeah, I know, but I was gonna say, do you think that he might write the ending? Is there any chance that he has writing a writing credit at the last episode?
Yeah, maybe. It's possible. I mean, some of these episodes are 80 minutes, too.
Would you would
I
you
hope they do.
would you be happy if George stopped writing Winds of Winter to write a couple of episodes in season 7?
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
hell yes. I'd be like, definitely. Let me know, guys, in the chat. Would you guys want George R. Martin to stop writing Winds for a minute and finish and help writing the ending of the series of the TV show? I'm curious. I'm going to see in the chat what you guys
Yeah.
think about that, because I would. Like, of course, I'm not that big of a book reader.
As much as I want Tearaway Pants to come back in style. So, yes.
You really want Tearaway?
Hell yeah.
I never really was a fan of them. I want
Love
yo-yos to
them.
come back. I have a yo-yo here. I thought I could bring it back myself, yo-yos, but I need a movement.
Yes,
Yo-yo
the
movement.
series needs to end properly, but I doubt that will happen, man.
I mean,
Who knows? George, I don't think George is going to be in. He might be more involved in the final season, maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
I see a lot of people. We see Karen says, I doubt it will happen that he will write. That's interesting. Jim O'Donnell says, Winds of Winter is already done. Waiting to release after show ends. Do you think that's possible that he's just waiting?
I think there could be a deal between him and HBO, possibly. I mean, I've thought of that before.
I
I
mean,
mean, maybe George is. I mean, that's an awful long time, though. I mean, like 8 years between. Wait, 2012 was his last book in Dance with Dragons. 7 years, man. It's a long time
oh,
for a
no,
book.
I mean,
Dude, a lot of people are not on this earth anymore that want that story, man.
I know
Come on.
that's to me, like, it's funny that you bring it up, because let's just talk like a regular conversation on this. I remember when this whole slate for the Marvel movies came out. They had like all the years, and I was like, I wonder if I'm gonna be alive to see freaking, like, it looks like so far away. Like,
The sun could go supernova tomorrow and we all be screwed.
I mean, look at all this shit with North Korea. Like, I'm like, bro, I don't know what the hell. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna be here by then. I want to see this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So to me, it's just like, hopefully George does the right thing, helps with the show, and he releases the book as soon as possible, because I really want to see his version of it all. It's funny too. I remember seeing earlier today as well in one of those videos, those old videos. He was saying that the writers of the show are more bloodthirsty than he is. Like, do you agree with that? Do you believe that they're more bloodthirsty and more out for shock value than even he is?
Come on now. George is vicious. Are you kidding me?
His argument was that they kill characters off that haven't died in the books on the TV show.
Yeah, but George, this is George's story, man.
I mean, like, Barristan Selmy, you know, spoiler alert, he's alive in the books. uh,
George is definitely more bloody, dude. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
George
yeah,
is.
he did create the Red Wedding. Like, anybody who makes that, and in the books, it's so, like, I don't know, eerie. It's such a weird thing. I personally feel that George R. R. Martin is very. I think he has too much pressure on him from the fandom in part, and I think that's why he's taking so long.
I just think he has. I mean, they have a deal or he has writer's block. It's ultimately what it comes down to. He's having trouble. I mean, he's having crazy amounts of writer's block because the story is incredibly intricate in the way each sentence is structured. Man, it's just so good. But I don't know, man. I try not to think about it because I want the damn book and I want the damn show. So give me both, please.
Stacy Smith said prediction. Dream of Spring released after season 8 and will contain a real ending George R. Martin. Wait, will contain the real ending George R. Martin ending. All right, all right. Let's see. I disagree that George.
George has went out on specifically even on his blog to say there is no beef between him and Dan and Dave. So everybody, it's everybody's own perspective because of your own opinions because you like the show or the books better.
I,
That's
I
really what it
agree.
comes down to.
I don't believe that he has any beef with them. I think that everybody has kind of blown that out of like proportion. Like I think that
Are the
maybe
books better? Yes. Okay, they're incredibly intricate. But is the TV show like the best show of all time? Maybe. Yeah. So they're
no,
both
maybe no.
amazing.
That's blasphemous, Kyle. It is the best show ever. There to me,
Well, this.
there's
So why can't we be happy with both, everyone?
I know, right?
That's
Like I
end
it,
of end of conversation. Be happy with both.
I legit believe that Game of Thrones is the best show ever, the best produced, the best written, and written. It has faltered, but I still believe that it's been written better than many a
Incredible.
shows.
It's incredible, dude.
It's
Honestly,
it's like a freaking
there's
movie.
dude. Anybody that has a problem with the set locations, the amount of amazing actors, the actual we get dragons and zombies and magic and sex and love and hate and war, like all these things that we need to discuss in life. It's all there. It's just the best.
I mean, it really is. But I wanted to say, guys, I think we're gonna end it here. I think it's like a perfect time here to end it. I want to say thank you to Kyle for joining us. Kyle, anything you want to say to everyone, and the floor is yours, bro.
Sorry I haven't been around as much, guys. You guys know that obviously I've been dealing with some stuff on the channel. That's not an excuse to not create videos. I just needed a little bit of a break personally. But next week, get hype. I'm back for good. So I'm really, really excited to be creating more videos, releasing more content for you guys. I got a lot of sweet videos lined up for you. I've been doing some writing in the meantime, even though I haven't been doing videos. So yeah, I'm excited to be back. I am a little bit bummed out that this live streaming thing hasn't got resolved. Obviously, you guys know how much I enjoy doing that, and that's really how I built my channel up originally is through live streaming and connecting with you guys. But yeah, I've taken a little time for myself, obviously. But yeah, thanks for having me on, Rayz. This is super fun. We'll try to do this as much as we can. Obviously, schedules permitting and stuff like that. News permitting, and yeah, hype and love.
and like I said, my channel is here open to Kyle. Whenever Kyle wants to come on or he needs my channel, I really am legit. It's here for you. You know what I mean? And it really sucks that me and Kyle have been dealing with this, but hopefully everything gets corrected, and hopefully we are allowed and Kyle's allowed to do his streams because he's always been like so on point with his streams every Thursday, and even twice, 3 times a week. So it's insane that somebody would do that to him. But again, show Kyle love on his channel. Great stuff coming to his channel. I will have a theory video coming out Monday. I won't have anything coming out tomorrow. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe for more. Hit that like button if you haven't. I see we have like 48, 50 people. Hit that like button, you know what I mean? Show the channel that love. Again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit that notification button. I'll see when I do a live stream again. You guys keep tuned for that. And, I'll try to see every time I can have Kyle on. It's always fun. Amelia wasn't able to make it today because of her setup. It was having a little bit of issues, but we'll have her on soon as well. And it's always fun, guys, doing these. As always, guys, it's a true pleasure. My name is Ray. And peace.